Hello everybody, welcome back on my channel and to another video here in XP11. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are in VATSIM. We are more precisely in the Zibo mod 737 with this beautiful Ryanair livery in London Gatwick. And we're gonna do a quick flight from here to Geneva. Again, obviously. And so yeah, I'm here to practice my IFR VATSIM phraseology because as you know guys, a couple of months ago I did a flight, a kind of first flight in which I did some VFR circuits around London Stansted. But this time I'm aiming for something bigger, the IFR flight. So obviously this is not my first one. I did a lot of flights before this summer to train a bit, and I think I'm ready to do my first video here in VATSIM. So let's jump inside the cockpit of this beautiful Zibo mod, which is not completely cold and dark. I did a couple of things here. For example, I set my flight plan, did a couple of things on the autopilot up there, and I can just now start the APU. 1, 2, 3. And obviously I have to contact the ATC because I cannot just do a flight here without talking. There are some frequency online here in Gatwick, so I'm gonna contact them. So I'm already tuned in with the ground frequency 121.8. So I'm firstly gonna do a kind of voice check. So Ryanair 1202 radio check, please. If there is someone online, hope.
My apologies, last call, repeat call time only.
Ryanair 1202.
Ryanair 1202, haven't received a flight plan from you. Please file a flight plan and then contact me.
Roger, we'll set the flight plan and then recontact you. Ryanair 1202. So yeah, I already forgot one thing. Oh, my dump has forgot this. So send flight plan. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo to Geneva, Lima Sierra Golf Golf, and our alternate is Zurich, Lima Sierra Zulu Hotel. We're flying at flight level 310, and our 3-hour speed will be 450. It's alright. So we're gonna take off at 1 PM, but actually no, there is a difference. In London it's 11 AM. 10 here. Actual, I don't know the difference between est and actual, or act, I don't know what it means. But hopefully it's not a problem too big. Alright, so our flight will be 60 minutes long, 1 hour. And we have a bit more than 2 hours of fuel. I will just check here. No, we actually have 1 hour and 47 minutes, which means 107 minutes. Our flight plan is, I'm just gonna copy and paste into from my sim brief. So copy and paste. And we are gonna transmit and receive because I have a microphone. And I want to use my voice, of course. Alright, so I just sent my flight plan, and so I think we're pretty much ready to go. So the radio check is alright because he heard me. And now I'm gonna do my IFR clearance request. Ryanair 1202 request IFR clearance to Geneva, Lima Sierra Golf Golf.
Ryanair 1202, your closest Geneva via the Vulcan 1X for departure, runway 26 left, squawk 5244, QNH is 1025.
We're clear to Geneva with the Vulcan 1 X-ray departure, runway 26 left. Our squawk code is 5344 and the QNH is 1025 Ryanair 1202.
Ryanair 1202, score is 5244. Rest of the remark was correct.
5244, I apologize, Ryanair 1202.
No problem, contact me already.
So I almost did everything correct, so I'm pretty proud of it. So let's put our SCA code 5244, as he said. Alright, and let's put it to TARA already. I think that's how you're supposed to do. I have both of the frequency tuned in. This is the ground and this is the tower, 124.225. And I think we're almost ready to do our push and starts. Let's go here to the APU. We have the APU on, so we can put the APU bleeds on. We don't need the ground power anymore, so we can disconnect it. And as well, remove the shocks. We have the parking brake on. Let's put it to RTO. Let's put the flaps, 5 notch of flaps. The lights. Oh, something pretty important. I think we should take the passenger with us. Yeah, pretty important. So I really like the sounds with the Zibo mode. It's really well done. So let's close the door because it's a bit loud here. Alright, so let's do a quick check here. So in the autopilot I set everything. I can put the flight directors on. This course is the runway heading. This is the transition altitude because I cannot climb directly. I have to continue at this altitude and then I will have clearance for our climb to our initial flight cruise level. So this is the heading. This is the V2 speed in case of an engine failure during takeoff. And let's do some checks here. I can put the yaw damper on. The fuel pumps can go on, not the centers one. APU gen is on. We don't need the ground power anymore. We have some light here. Let's put the seatbelt sign. Alright, probe heat is for later. Trim air can go on. Electric pumps are on. APU bleed is on. Off. Open. Our cruise flight level will be at flight level 310 and we're landing at 1400 feet in Geneva. Anti-collision. Logo can go on. We're pretty much good. So I'm gonna ask for a pushback. First I'm just gonna do a kind of welcome speech just to welcome my passengers on board. Alright, so let's go outside here. Ryanair 1202 requests push and start.
Ryanair 1202, push and start, please. Thank you.
Push and start approved. Face east, Ryanair 1202. So face east, the airport looks like this, so to the right. To then take the runway 26 left, which is this one, the big one. I think that this runway is not used normally. I think it's only for emergency. I heard something like that, but I'm not sure. So let's go back here in the cockpit and let's do a let's take our before start checklist. We'll see that later. Ground, set shocks, better pushback, pre-plan. So yeah, it's alright like this.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Alright, so I am ready. So let's request. Maybe not yet. Battery on. Light test. So this is kind of the official checklist. So I'm not gonna use it. No, let's not use it. It's too long for me. So request pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, so let's put the taxi and runway turn off lights. Landing lights are for later. The fuel pumps are on, very important. Yaw damper is on. This is for later. I think we're pretty much looking good here. This is to RTO, our flaps are set. Yeah, we don't have any checklist here as in the Airbus. I'm just going to do a quick flight plan check. No, not like this. Plan, alright. So we're doing the Bogne 1X, I think, departure. So we're going straight to the south and then southeast.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
We're going to Geneva with a very fun approach, which will be a kind of downwind and then landing on runway 05. There's a kind of discontinuity here, but I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not too big of a problem. And this is our alternate to Zurich. Anyway, so we are right. So he's connecting. So I'm gonna wait to be a bit more further to start the engines.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake can go off.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Alright, so let's take a look at the outside here. Stunning. I don't have any scenery here in Gatwick, but it's pretty good looking by default. Good enough for me. Alright, so let's go ahead and start our engines. So I'm gonna start with the number 2, GRD. Fuel pumps are on, there is no light here. And this time let's be careful to this. I have to wait for my 25% to then introduce the fuel. And fuel comes in, so let's enjoy the sounds. Damn, those sounds are just so amazing. They're not on max because sometimes when the cockpit is too loud I just can't hear the ATC. So yeah, I prefer reducing it a bit. The other one goes to GRD. There is someone here. Alright, 14, 15%. Man, look at this PBR here, looking good. 24, 25%, fuel comes in. I'm just gonna check
Operation complete, set parking brake.
Parking brake can go on. Alright.
Disconnecting tow, stand by.
Thank you, sir. So flaps 5 are set. Our V2 speed is 143, which is set. Our trim is 4.54. No, sorry. Which is like this. It's alright. Good enough for me. And yeah, we're looking good. So let's do our after start checklist here. I really should set up some views here because it's pretty annoying to do that every time. Yaw damper is on, fuel pumps on. This is to Gen 1. This go to Gen.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you, sir. Probe heat can go on. Trimmer is on. So all of this goes to auto. We don't need the APU bleed anymore. And wing, it's for the runway, I think. And we don't need, this is to, alright. We don't need the APU anymore. Alright, so the APU is off. No lights here, everything is looking good. Look at this blur effect, sorry. Really well done. I think it's only with the 1.30 update that it came. It's really well done, it's impressive. Alright, so flap set, taxi lights set. Alright, so we can just ask for our taxi. Oh no, before that I'm just gonna go on internet and look for taxi charts, because I don't know them perfectly. Charts, I guess you can't see that what I'm doing because it's only recording the game and not the screen perfectly. So 1 second. So I'm just gonna zoom in a bit. Alright. So we are at the gate 107, and normally she should ask me to taxi via Papa, Alpha November or Alpha Sierra, and then Alpha 2, I think. So I'm just gonna ask for taxi. Ryanair 1202, request taxi to runway 26 left.
Ryanair 1202, taxi Alpha 2 by Kilo Papa Alpha Sierra.
Taxi to Alpha 2 via Kilo Papa Alpha Sierra, Ryanair 1202. So, as you can see, as I was prepared, I kind of expected what he would say, so it's not a big surprise when he says it. And that's a very good preparation in VATSIM. Not to be surprised, and to always have some paper and a pencil with you to note what he's saying. So, something very important is yeah, this has to go to yaw, because if it's not, you will just not turn. I mean, you will go straight during the taxi, and that's not what you want, I guess. Auto throttle is on the runway. Our flight plan is looking good. Flaps, taxi lights. Alright, so let's go. Let's taxi. So I'm just going to show you here on the little map. So Kilo, Papa, Alpha Sierra, Alpha 2. This is the holding point. And then aligning 26 left and take off, and then inbound to the south, almost directly. So that's the flight plan. I'm a bit fast. I'm not using the track IR because it's a bit too complicated. Hello. Like this. I saw some videos on YouTube. Normally you should turn at around 12 knots maximum. So like this is alright. Alpha Sierra is the taxi at the very bottom here. Alpha Sierra, yes, exactly. So there is not much traffic here in London Gatwick because I'm recording this video at 1 PM at home, so obviously there is almost no one. Hopefully the frequency will not move.
Ryanair 1202, contact tower 124, 1225, bye-bye.
Contact tower 124225, Ryanair 1202, bye bye. So 124225, I had this already prepared. And then I'm just gonna continue my taxi. Yes, so I just checked before, there is a frequency online in Geneva, so hopefully it will stay until we land there. Hopefully. So I just contact the ATC. So 1 minute. It's this way, isn't it? Yeah, this way. I'm a bit fast. Let's just brake. Alright. And let's take this taxi to Alpha 2, which is the holding point here. It's kind of weird because there's almost no one online, and there are a lot of ATC online. Weird. So I'm just gonna check. Alpha 2 is here. So is, yeah, this holding point here. There's no one on the runway, so let's just wait here. Parking brake can go on. Alright, so takeoff checklist, this go to continuous, this go to on, landing lights on. What else? This is to RTO. We can arm our VNav and LNav.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Oh, he said something. I don't heard it. Didn't hear it. Did he talk to me? I don't know. I think there is no one here.
Right now, 1202 Gatwick come.
Ryanair 1202, say again please.
Right now, 1202 Gatwick Tower, 1 by Alpha 1 from 836 left, take off, switch 240 degrees, coming up.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Ryanair 1202. Oh geez, I almost didn't get anything of what he said. So this is on, flaps set, RTO is set, all the lights are set, this is the continuous. We don't have any red light here, and we don't have any traffic neither, so we are pretty much ready to go. Auto throttle is armed, VNav, LNav, alright. And let's do a rolling takeoff. We're a bit fast. Flap set, trim set, RTO set, and auto throttle, VNav, LNav, landing lights, all the lights, and we're good to go. 40% of thrust. Looking good. No lights here, and N1 button. Alright. Let's go.
knots.
80 knots, checked.
E1, rotate.
Rotate. Let's smoothly rotate.
Positive brake.
Alright. Gear up. Oof. I don't like this alarm. Oh, it's alright. Come on. Let's reduce the sound a bit. It's a bit loud.
400.
15 degrees. We're looking good. Alright, let's follow the flight directors. We're gonna pitch to 10 degrees.
Right now, 1202 is dead rate 1517 compliment. Bye-bye.
Contact to Unicom 122.8, Ryanair 1202, bye-bye. So, he told me to contact Unicom, so I'm just gonna engage the autopilot. Oh, I don't like this pitching. We can remove the flaps. Alright, so let's contact Unicom 122.8. I thought there was some frequency online. Weird. Oh no, there is not the London Center frequency, so... yeah. So normally the aircraft will climb until... no, you know what? Oh, that's annoying. Normally I should continue to... let me just zoom out. Until this point at 6,000 feet. But as there is no one online and no frequency, maybe I should just take control of the vertical speed and climb directly to our cruise level. I don't know. So we're just right in the clouds. And then we're starting our turn. We don't see anything, like literally. So yeah, I'm just gonna check in the VATSIM map. Yeah, you know what? Let's just directly climb. I'm gonna turn off the VNav. And we're gonna fly to 310. Vertical speed. Why are you pitching down? And yeah, like this is alright. Maybe not that much. Oh, I think it's alright. So let's do a climb at 230 knots. I think it's alright like this. I just don't want to exceed the N1 speed like this. Normally it should automatically block, and I shouldn't be able to go higher than that normally. So we are just take off. So like this go to off, this go to standard. Landing lights can go off, as well as all these lights here, and this one also. This goes to auto. The bleeder are on, and we are pretty much good. So let's chill out and look at the outside. So yeah, it's totally cloudy here in London. So I didn't mention, but this is real life weather and live. You can see all the lights here from London Gatwick. So this is all the plane on the ground. Yeah, which is kind of weird because normally I shouldn't be able to see them through the clouds, but we don't care, do we? Alright, so let's just do a kind of cabin tour, waiting for, you know, just to pass time. So this is the first class in the Ryanair 737, and this is the economy class, which is pretty good also. Damn, I really like this mod, it's insane. I can hear the sounds. Yeah, there are some people chatting and talking. So good, really. I didn't mention this. I didn't realize this. I mean, so here we are above the England. I guess we don't see anything, but it's alright. With this nice Ryanair livery. So yeah, the cabin. No, the seatbelt sign had just been turned off because it's on the auto position, so around 10,000 feet it just turns off automatically. The sounds are really well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to observe the fasten seatbelt sign until the captain has switched it off. We do recommend.
This is Austin Meyer, the developer of X-Plane.
Throughout your flight, there is a call bell, reading light, and fresh air vent in the panel just above your head. And we'd like to remind you
Love
that
this
this is a
cockpit.
strictly non-smoking flight, and also it's fitted with.
Oh, we can see London here. I guess it's London, maybe? I don't know. yeah, we're just leaving the island of England, and here we are. We're over the sea. Bye bye, lands. As you can see. Alright, so I'm just gonna do my last checks here on the cockpit to be sure that everything is alright. We have our climb, we can go a bit faster like this. Flight director is on, the speed is alright. Maybe a little faster like this. Our engines can hold it, I think. Flaps are removed, this is to off. RTO is off, all the lights are off. This is to auto. One thing very important is that the bleeds are on, because a couple of days ago I did a flight from Gatwick to Paris, and I think I forgot to turn them on. So around flight level 250 around here, I just my pilot kind of lost his vision. It started to get a bit darker and darker, and that's because he had no oxygen, I think. So hopefully this time it will not happen. I'm prepared. Alright guys, so this will be a pretty long flight. I mean long, around 1 hour, it's not very long. So I'm not gonna put the whole flight, because I think guys are not really interested in it. And I'm just gonna upload the approach. So see you guys in about 1 hour, and bye bye. So I'm back. So as you can see, I just reached my top of descent and I'm starting to descend. So I'm just gonna reduce my vertical speed, my altitude, and re-engage the VNAV. And we're gonna descend directly to 6,000 feet. So I'm just gonna do a kind of check of the approach with you. So this is on map. I can unzoom a bit. I like this. So we're coming in here around the east, and then we're gonna do a kind of right turn to the southwest, and then do a downwind for the runway 05, align, ground final, and land on runway 05 in Geneva. And if we miss, we can just go to Zurich. Alright, so that's the checking for the approach. I'm doing a kind of descent speech. Unfortunately, the frequency that we are online in Geneva disconnected, so there won't be anyone in Geneva, unfortunately. Sorry guys. So now we are reaching my ortho tiles, as you can see. Ugly, pretty, ugly, pretty, ugly, pretty. Alright, so we are reaching Switzerland, I think, pretty soon. So that's still France or Germany, I don't remember. But yeah, we are gonna land very, very soon. Alright, so this is a pretty steep descent, but it's alright. As you can see guys, we have 62 knots of tailwind, so yeah, this is going very, very fast. Hopefully it's not like this in Geneva. Hopefully, really. What's up with my throttle? Yeah, pretty buggy, I don't know what's happening. Anyways, so I already wanted to restart the video because I really like these Ortho4xp landscapes. Really, really looking good. Alright, so damn, look at this tailwind, it's insane. And perfectly on the tail, I mean, it's just perfect for the approach. But I hope it calms down when we reduce our altitude, because I don't want to have a crosswind of 62 knots on final. But I think not, it won't be like this. 6,000 feet, 250. I'm just gonna check here on Avitab the airports. So we're landing on LSGG on runway 05. The cruise magnetic CRS is heading 043, so we can set it here. So actually I learned recently that the heading of the runways are changing really slowly during the years. So the runway of Geneva, the runways were 23 and 05, and recently they became 22 and 04. So yeah, I didn't know that. I think it's the due to the magnetic field of the Earth that change a bit slowly. Well, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I think it's something like that. Alright. We're good on the glide slope, we're a bit fast, but we can't reduce more than this. I mean, yeah, as you can see, the tailwind is already reducing as we're reducing our altitude. We have some traffic here, so I'm just gonna watch here on the map to be sure that we don't collide with it. Alright, so that's just a plane taking off from Geneva, I think. Alright, so we have our landscape back. Damn, look at those tiles, insane. So this is zoom level 17, so it's very good for IFR, but very good for VFR also. Because zoom level 17 is, I think, the best you can get with the lowest size. I don't know what you know, I don't know if you get it, but above zoom level 17 the tiles just get way too heavy. I think for one zoom level 19 tile it's like, how much, I don't know, 20 gigabytes, something like this, so it's just not doable for me. 20 gigabytes tile times the number of tiles you need, it's way too much for me. So now we're flying over, that's not the Alps, the Alps are up there on the other side. So I don't know if you can see, but this is Geneva. The airport is here and the city is right here. So we're gonna do a kind of downwind here on the right and then turn on a line. So I almost forgot one thing again, the ILS frequency. I always forget this. Geneva, runway 05, 110.9. Decimal 9. This. Alright. Yes. Perfect. And this is a kind of VOR, isn't it? PAS. In case of we don't get the localizer, I can just tune in the VOR 116.6. But it should be alright. So let's enjoy a bit the landscape here in Geneva. So yeah, that's pretty ugly here because of the sun. Let me reduce the volume. So those are the winter tiles, and those are the summer tiles. And as you can see, the transition is really ugly. You can really see the difference between this and this. I think the tiles around Geneva are not really well done. I mean, so I think we really should slow down, so I'm just gonna put some spoilers here to reduce our speeds, or we won't be able to do it. So I'm just looking for a little thumbnail here. So I'm already preparing my message for Unicom. So passing, what's the next waypoint? SOVAD, and what can I say? On downwind for runway 05. Downwind for runway 05. So I can set it. Oh, I forgot to say that's for for LSGG. Jesus. Very important. So yeah, I'm really fast right now, so I think I can put some flaps, 250 knots, so we are alright. I'm just gonna wait for 240 knots to be perfectly well. Alright, so we are around Geneva right now. 240 knots. Flaps 5. I'm just gonna stop here, just above us, so it's alright. Let's take a look at the outside here. Stunning. Not this, but I mean, this side is pretty good, and this one is pretty ugly. As you can see, there are a lot of clouds around here, so I don't really like it. Alright, so I can just remove this, I can arm this, I can put this to 2. All the dying lights can go on. This is for later. What else? I can take control of my speed. I want to stay at 210 knots. Don't want to reduce too much. Maybe I've put my flaps a bit early, but I think it's alright. Just had to slow down. So we do have a lot of crosswind here. Oof, that is going to be difficult. And in addition, it will be a kind of cross downwind, a down crosswind. So yeah, it will be difficult for sure. Taxi lights, you know what, I'm just gonna turn it on already. Please go to continuous. Those can go on. Anti-ice, we don't need them. Everything else is alright. So this is to auto. Let's just do a prepare for landing speech. So what is happening here with the tiles? I don't know. So we're gonna fly until this waypoint, and then we're gonna manually turn, I think, to this waypoint here. So we are parallel of the runway. Alright, looking good. Oh yeah, there's definitely something wrong here. Look, from here it's alright, and from here I don't see anything. Damn. Oh, no, right, those were just the clouds. Alright, got it. So we're gonna fly to 6,000 feet, and then we're gonna catch the ILS and land. So hopefully this mountain will not annoy us during our approach, because it's looking pretty close. I don't know. And this one also. I'm just gonna see here what is happening. I hope the runway 05 is still in use and not the 22, but it should be alright. Yeah, we definitely have a downwind. I mean, we will have a downwind here, and that's not cool. I forgot it to put it to the right pressure. So normally it should automatically turn as we reach this waypoint. I hope so. Or if it doesn't work, I will take control of the planes, or I will do it with the heading button. It should work normally. I can arm the approach mode. We do have the frequency in. Let me just check here. IFR 110.9, 110.9. It's alright, alright. So now it should turn. So please turn. Because if you don't turn, I will be really angry. Alright, you know what? I should have done it from the beginning. So the runway heading is 043, so we'll do it manually, you know what? Yeah, we definitely will have a strong tailwind here, so I don't know if we will be able to land like this. I hope so. The approach should be armed now. What is he doing? Come on, LNAV, VNAV, and approach. Now it should work. Now it should work. Damn, this is a steep turn. This is a really steep turn. Come on. Get it. What is he doing? Oh, again. Oh no, it's turned. Alright, alright. It's alright. But oh, there's a little problem here. I'm just gonna take control of the speeds. You know what? Flaps 10 for the moment. And I will just maintain the speed like this. Alright, so I believe this is our ILS. So we are pretty good on the glide slope, but we don't have the localizer here yet. So let's do a kind of before landing checklist. Discuss, checked. Landing, starts, switch, it's continuous. Recall, checked. What else? Speed brakes, arms and green. Flaps set on 10. Landing gear down. Auto brake set. Flaps. Landing lights on. Alright, do we have visual on the runway? Not yet, really. And now it's catching the ALS. So alright, so let's reduce this to 3,000 feet. Approach, come on, approach. Take the damn approach. What's wrong with you, seriously? Okay, he doesn't really want to arm the approach, but actually it's working, so I'm not gonna say anything. It's working alright. So do we have visual? We do have visual. It's alright. And we also have a 13 knots tailwind, so that's really bad. I really hope we don't have to do a go rounds. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that I'm on final. Runway 05 LSGG. Alright. Alright, so we are on final. Gear down, flaps 15. The lights are on. I'm just gonna start the APU in case of an engine failure. I always prefer to have the APU on. You never know. And let's reduce the speeds to 147. So normally it shouldn't be too difficult to slow down with this tailwind. can just remove this. Alright, so let's do the landing checklist. Speed brakes armed, auto brake is set, flaps set, and I can set 25 now. Gear down, 3 greens, flaps set, auto brake, landing lights, APU on, continuous. What else? What else can I do? We're pretty good, I think. So let's just check that there's no one on the runway here. There is no one in Geneva actually, so we're good. Alright. Flaps 30. And what's the speed for flaps full? 162, so we're perfectly under it. That's alright, so I can prepare myself for the landing. It should be perfect. Yeah, alright. So as you can see, there's a kind of difference here. That's another tile, I don't know what it is. Anyways. Flaps full. My plane, my throttles, and let's butter the bread. I'm gonna keep the speed 147. It's alright. Let's concentrate. Let's stay on the glide slope also. At least the tailwind is perfectly centered. I mean, we don't have any crosswind. A bit low here on the glide slope. I wanna have 2 whites, 2 reds. Alright. We're looking pretty good. Alright, so I have my 2 whites. I can continue like this. Very good on the glide slope, on the speeds, and we are clear to land, I guess.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
I already did my landing checklist, so it's alright. A bit low and a bit left, but it's alright. Okay. Looking good. Alright, so let's pitch down a bit more.
400.
A bit too low now.
300.
Damn. But it's alright. It's perfect like this. A bit left.
200.
You know what, I'm just gonna shut up and let you enjoy.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright. Reversed. Okay. We're reducing the speed. Looking good.
80 knots.
60 knots. Let's cut the reverses. And let's brake manually. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in Geneva. Damn, that was cool. So I could really feel this tailwind. We were landing really fast on the ground speed, but I think it was good. I really like this landing because it was not damn floaty with like the others that I did with this plane, but it was good. So let's take this exit here. This is to yaw already. So let's brake a bit more here. Alright. So finally a landing that I'm happy with in the Zibo, because I have the impression that I always pissed off when I did a landing with this plane, because I floated it every time. I did some horrible floaties every time. And finally a good landing. I mean, it was not a smooth landing, but it was a good landing because I did, how you say it, a Boeing landing. You have to fly the plane into the ground to be sure that I mean, that it lands, because a floaty can be really, really dangerous. Alright, so here we are in Geneva. We can remove the spoilers and the flaps. Nice approach, really liked it. I really like this downwind here over the mountains. It was really cool. So yeah, unfortunately there were no controller here in Geneva. That would have been fun, I don't know, to do a kind of a vector approach or something like this. But unfortunately there was no controller, so sorry about that. And the next time I will do a flight into some bigger cities, so that I'm sure that there are some controllers. Alright, landing lights can go off. The APU is on and available. Alright, so I'm gonna taxi here on the right and find a place where I can park. Let's brake a bit, 12 knots is alright. A bit fast, alright. Okay, so you know what, I'm just gonna go to the APU power. APU bleed can go on. I'm gonna let it like this for the moment. Alright. Flaps are, you know what, I'm just gonna cut the engine 2. That's how you do when you have a long taxi. I mean, that's not a long taxi, but that's you know, to spare the fuel and not consume it too quickly. Because when you're flying into some big airports like, I don't know, Paris, New York, Amsterdam, London, the taxi can be really, really long sometimes, and it's a part of the flight where you're consuming a lot of fuel. So to spare a bit of fuel, you can just turn off one engine and taxi like this. Yeah, I think you know where I got it. I learned it in a video of Captain Joe, but it's useful. You know what, I'm just gonna take this gate here, which is looking good. Alright, so let's brake a bit and let's turn slowly. I think I don't have the AutoGate plugin. I should install it actually. Alright, we're looking good, and let's cut the throttle here a bit fast, but that's alright. Can continue like this. Alright, brake. Parking brake can go on. We have this on APU. Let's go back here. Let's cut the second engine. I mean the first one. Let's go to here. Prop heat, we don't need that anymore. And before turning off everything, I'm just gonna do a kind of replay here, because I just wanted to see that landing. It was pretty good. And this Ryanair. And in addition, I followed the Ryanair rules, which is not to float. And finally, I respected that. So yeah, as you can see, I'm coming in for the runway, right for the lines. Cut the throttle, flare but not too much, and fly the plane into the ground. Center line was not perfect, but it was pretty good, and slow down gently. That was good, really liked it. Alright, so I'm just gonna do a replay here, because I just wanted to see my ground speed here on final. Yeah, 159, that's pretty fast.
50, 40, 30.
I don't know what's the limit for this plane, but
10.
Around here, I think. Yeah, good landing. Good landing. I could have pitched up a bit more, but that would have made me float even more, so I think it was alright like this. The last one. From here. The same place which I spotted my planes in my plane spotting video. So let's just see how I did it. And fly the plane into the ground. Perfect. For me it was a good landing. Alright, so let's go back here in our plane and let's just turn it off. So window heat off, da-da-da, good. Lights are off. Taxi lights can go off, as well as this, the fuel pumps, the yaw damper, and...
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Alright, everything is off here, the electric pumps also. This is actually not off, but on. Alright, so I think we're pretty good. So let's just turn off the APU as well as this. So now we're cold and dark again. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't hesitate to put a like, subscribe and share to your friends. I'm gonna do many more videos on VATSIM soon, hopefully with more controllers. So yeah, that's it. I see you guys in a new video soon. Stay tuned and bye bye.